Join us every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Sis Laila live call-in and answer show. Please join Ustadah Laila Nasheeba. If you have any questions in regards to this theme, call in at 862-370-2838. Now streaming on various platforms right here on Sunnahfollowers.
Whoever's doing your thing. And by the way, what are you getting a piercing at? Let's talk about it.
Any other questions?
This is gonna be good.
Welcome to Ask Sister Laila Live.
And by the way, what are you getting a piercing at? Let's talk about it.
Wait a minute.
Time for the Ask Sister Laila live show.
This is
Lines
gonna
are
be
now
good.
open. 862-370-2838. Ask Sister Laila live. Sister Laila live. Weekly for the show at the hour. Ask Sister Laila live. Sister Laila. Invite your friends and family. Get cozy. Ask Sister Laila.
Alhamdulillah, wa salat, wa salam ala wa rasulullah. I want to welcome everybody to the Ask Sister Laila live show. So subhanAllah, you guys know how this works. If you have any questions about Islam, you know, there are several different ways that you can get your question across to us, inshallah. For those of you who are using Facebook and who are using YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram, all you have to do is type your question in the screen, and inshallah, I'll be able to see it on the screen and I can answer it. Or what you can also do is join our Zoom room. And let me put the little thing up here so you can see how to join our Zoom room. You can go to www.sunnahfollowers.net to join our Zoom room, and you can get on the microphone and ask your question live, or you can type your question there. Don't send it to me as a private message because I'm not going to see it, because I'm not in the Zoom room. I mean, I'm broadcasting, streaming through a streaming program, so I won't see your question, you know, if you present it to me that way. Okay. And also another way you can ask your question is by using our WhatsApp. You know, we do have our WhatsApp group, the Sunnahfollowers WhatsApp group. You can type your question there and we'll be able to see it, inshallah. Or you can call in at the call-in number at 862-370-2838. And I am there with the phone, and inshallah, we'll get the phone calls answered and we can take your question that way. So it doesn't matter. You have several different, several different ways of getting your questions answered. And if there is a question that I am not able to answer, don't fret. I will have, I have Sheikh Morsy on standby, and I can contact him and we can get your question answered that way through Sheikh Morsy. So, you know, subhanAllah, it's been an interesting week. You guys can start typing your questions now if you would like. And it's been a very interesting week here at Sunnahfollowers. So much has happened. Alhamdulillah, the information, the teachings that we're teaching here, alhamdulillah, I'm getting some pretty positive reviews from many people. They are enjoying the classes here, especially our series on diluting well better. And also we have, you know, I have a lot of positive feedback from Dr. Ali's class on Quran Tafsir. He's given the the explanation of the meaning of the first 3 verses of Surah number 35. And also we have the series, the Seerah of the Prophet Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, taught by Brother Mukhtar. A lot of good reviews about his class. And also Brother Hanif gave an excellent class on the difference between the wakil and the wali. And I really hope you guys paid attention to that. And that's one of the questions that one of the sisters text me here on this on the phone here. She said that she thought that the wakil, that a woman who has been previously married was allowed to have a wakil, that the wakil was an agent for women who were previously married. And I don't know where she got that from, but Brother Hanif was very clear about that. The wakil is not for the woman at all. A woman has a wali. The wakil is an agent that represents the man, you know, if the man is unable to be present. For example, our Prophet Muhammad, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, when he married Habiba, the Prophet Muhammad was not present. He was in Medina, she was in Abyssinia. But the Negus, King Negus, was the wakil for the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He was the one that administered and oversaw the dowry and all of that. So he was the agent representing the Prophet Muhammad. So yeah, this is a big misconception that a lot of Western Muslims have, you know, about wakil and wali. And I think it comes from not knowing the meaning of Arabic terms. You know, here in the West, especially in America, we memorize certain words or terms, but we don't understand what those terms mean. So you will hear a lot of elderly sisters talking about, I got a wakil, I got a wali, and a wakil. And we're like, what? You know, a woman doesn't have a wakil, she has a wali. The wakil is the agent representing the man if there's a need for it. Okay, so we have to be careful with Arabic terminology. It's very important for you as a Muslim to know the meaning of those words in whatever language you speak, so you don't end up making yourself look foolish, you know, in front of other people, nor do you want to be misleaded or misguided. You know, so learn the meaning of those Arabic terms. Women have guardians, wali. We do not have wakil. Wakil is for the man if there's a need for everybody. And by the way, we did put a short out. Sister Maisha made a short of Brother Hanif explaining that. And I did have that short posted out on social media yesterday. So please make sure you guys take a look at that short where he explains the role of the wakil. All right, are there any questions? And in fact, before I even start, is there anybody present in my Zoom room?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm in here.
Oh, okay. So any questions that you guys have in Zoom, or if you would like to come into Zoom and type your question, type them on the screen so Sister Fam May can see. And for the people on Instagram, you're on Instagram, right, Fame? I'm into
Yeah.
Okay, and for those on Instagram, she can see you too. And for me, Rumble. Yeah, I was up all night dealing with Rumble. I had to reset that stream. I'm getting ready to join Rumble now on my cell phone because I did not know that I had as many followers on Rumble. And I'm going to join Rumble now so I can see whatever questions you type. Oh, what is this? Oh my goodness. You try to join and the internet and crazy stuff pops up. Pops up on the screen. Yeah, so for the people on Rumble, I'm going to try to come in now if it'll let me. Yeah. And for the rest of you, just, you know, I got a feeling that this is not going to, I spent so much time yesterday answering those two major questions, I kind of think that many of you are not going to have that many questions today, because so much was answered by
I have
me.
a few questions if you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me get that. Sent them to me. Okay, so the first question is, and this is regarding questions for some of the brothers who are inmates, and their question is, when the adhan is called for Juma and people enter the Masjid late, is it impermissible to pray the 2 rakats that you can pray when you enter the Masjid? And this question is because they don't have an actual masjid. They pray in a church, in a chapel. So they want to know, do they still make those 2 rakats when they enter in that chapel to pray, or no?
Okay, for questions like this relating to brothers, we have an agreement that I would try to let Dr. Dremali and Sheikh Morsy handle them. So, and these are brothers in penitentiary, you say?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I say, let me, I know the answer, but I have an agreement that I would have the brothers on the website handle the brothers. So if the brothers want to get crumped, they get crumped with them and not me, for my protection, you know. So let me see if I can get Sheikh Morsy first. And if not, then I'll try Dremali. Dremali, if you listening, you can come in. Hold on. Oh. Yeah,
They're not gonna get crumped. They like listening to you
when
they have that.
Yeah,
they have access.
Yeah, they good. They good brothers. I know, but I just, I keep my word. Gotta keep my word with these bros. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get Morsy. Plus, it's always good to hear their voices anyway, their answers anyway, so you guys can see it's just not just me. Let's see if Sheikh Morsy's available. Is it prayer time too? I just didn't think that it might be prayer. It is prayer time. Might be praying. Hold on, let me try. Your call has been. Yeah, Sheikh Morsy might be praying. Let me try Dremali.
Okay, and then I have 3 more other questions after that. So
you know what? Go to the other ones in case he called me back. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the next question: did Allah ever mention the names of the sisters of Cain and Abel?
No, this is a very good question too, because I've had somebody else ask me that question. This is why I tell you guys, be careful reading the book, some of the books written by Ibn Kathir. I think Ibn Kathir has a book series on the stories of the prophets, alayhi salam. And Ibn Kathir will give you the names of some of these children of Adam, and he'll go into the twin sisters' names and stuff like this. In Islam, if there's nothing from the authentic hadith to support it, we don't deal with it. So no, and Allah, and the reason why Allah doesn't go into the names is because the names are not important. Allah wants, when Allah doesn't mention the names, it's because they're just not important to know. Just know that they had sisters, and that was the one time and the only time that Allah allowed marriage such as that to begin the procreation. And so it was so insignificant that's why Allah didn't mention the names. So no, there is nothing from the Quran, nor is there anything from the authentic hadith that mentions the names of their sisters. No, they're twins. And Allah knows best.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so the next question is, was it praying after adhan when the imam enters is sunnah for Juma? So hold on. Is praying after so when the adhan is called for Juma, and men enter late after the adhan, can they still make those 2 rakats or no?
Yes, those. Is that somebody in there? Yes, those 2 rakats are for the mosque. Those 2 rakats we make up for the mosque. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, pray the 2 rakats before sitting. In fact, we have an authentic hadith that a man entered into the mosque and he didn't pray them. And the Prophet had stopped his speech and made this statement to us that those 2 rakats are for the masjid and just pray them before sitting. So even if the after the adhan, yes, when you come, even if the imam is talking, you can come in and pray those 2 rakats and then sit down and listen attentively to the imam. And Allah knows best. Yes.
Okay, the last question is, there's a book called Clarifying Common Mistakes by Al-Ash Sheikh. Is this a good book to read?
Clarifying what common mistakes? By who?
By Al-Ash Sheikh.
Spell it.
It's AL-ASH-SHAYKH.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys know the only way that the books I read is just the authentic hadith, because I don't deal with fatwa. And I'm gonna answer this question because I have never read that book, so I don't know what it's talking about, if it's common mistakes in the prayer or whatever. But any book that you read, as long as the information is based on authentic evidence from the hadiths, with the understanding of the companions, then it's okay. Me personally, Laila Nasheeba, I don't read any books written by anyone except the authentic hadiths. That's it. My classes, the only books that I use for my classes is Sheikh Kareem Abu Zaid's series on the trilogy, because everything I teach you guys is based solely, even my heroines of Islam, solely from out of the hadiths, because I know the hadiths. So I don't need to use nobody else's book on mistakes, because I already know the mistakes, because I know the way the Prophet said to do things. So I don't know what the book has in it or what it's about. If it's about the prayer or what, I don't know. I have to look at it. I have to see what the sources are, if the sources are from the authentic hadith. But save that question too for Dr. Dremali, or Dr. Dremali or Sheikh Morsy, because both of them are very, very aware of the books that the men use nowadays. I'm not into that. I teach y'all just strictly from the authentic hadiths, and that's it. But we'll save that question too, inshallah.
Okay, inshallah. So that was all the questions for now until, inshallah, they give you a call back.
Okay, and now let me...
Here's a question on YouTube.
Okay.
The brother said, the Masjid in Wyoming, every time a brother do the greeting, the brother always raise his right hand and place it on his chest. Is this an innovation?
Well, this is something that the Muslims developed years and years and years ago, of giving, greetings again to try to be different. Like I talked about earlier today, as Muslims, we try to be different than the non-Muslims. The non-Muslims greet with a wave. They wave their hand like this. Well, years and years and years ago, if you're from a distance and you can't yell out, Assalamu alaikum, what the Muslims do is wave and do this, meaning from my heart. I'm greeting you from my heart, to signify the peace and greetings of Allah are from my heart. So I wouldn't really call it an innovation. It's something that the Muslims adapted as Islam spread throughout Arabia and to the Roman Empire and to the Persian Empire. And then when it spread across the ocean, to the other countries, if you're, you can't scream out, Assalamu alaikum, brother. Or even if you're in a grocery store, I see another Muslim woman in an aisle away from me. I can't yell out Assalamu alaikum, but we can look and do this and this. We're giving the greeting from our heart, Assalamu alaikum. So that's where that came from. So that's just, and again, it's something to distinguish us. is something to make us different than the non-believers. You know, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, be different from the Jews, be different from the Christians. They wave and do this, so we do this. And we'll mouth it. Okay, and Allah knows best. Okay. Yes. Yeah, any other questions? Yeah, just type them on the screen, inshallah.
The next question is, can you please tell me what the ruling on service on jury duty?
There's no ruling in Islam on that. Okay, when you guys ask me for a ruling, you're asking me what did Allah say about something. Allah doesn't mention anything about jury or service duty, because this has nothing to do with Islam. This has something to do with the country you live in. Okay, I can tell you that in America, you live in America, you have to do jury duty. If you don't do jury duty, they're going to arrest you and put you in jail. So as a paralegal, you fulfill your jury duty. That's not an Islamic question, because Allah, the things that Allah doesn't mention are nothing. So yeah, just do your jury duty, because if you don't do jury duty, you will be arrested. And during jury duty is nothing wrong. It's not violating no principles of Islam anyway, because Islam is all about justice. America wants you to do jury duty so you can decide if a person is guilty of a crime. So you can decide if a person is innocent of a crime. They're going to present the facts of a case to you. They're going to present all the legal facts. And then you have to help decide if a person is guilty or not. So this is nothing that contradicts Islam anyway. But it's your duty as an American citizen to serve it. You don't want to end up in jail. So serve your jury time. I've had to do it several times. Okay, and Allah knows best. Just make sure you adhere to the guidelines of Islam, which is we don't lie. We always speak the truth. Adhere to the guidelines of Islam. We don't take bribes either. Can't nobody pay me $100 to say that they're innocent when they're guilty. You just adhere to the Islamic morality, but this is not there's no ruling on it at all, because it has nothing to do with religion. And Allah knows best. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And hold on for 1 second. I'm going to do, I don't know why when I use this stupid phone of mine. Here. Let me do Dremali too. Is it prayer time, guys? Isha? I just thought of, is it Isha time for everybody?
Please leave your message.
Yeah, because it must be. We'll wait. Get to those questions about the prison, the brothers in the penitentiary. We'll save that for Dremali or Morsy, but I think it's prayer time for them. It's 9:30. So, okay, any other questions? Just go ahead with them and we'll save them. Inshallah, Dremali will call me back, or Sheikh Morsy when they're done. Yeah, exactly. One of the sisters here is typing more about the jury. Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. Yeah, just as long as you are honest, you just got to do your civil service. We got to have Muslims on there. You got to remember, guys, 1 out of every 10 Americans is Muslim. Y'all know that, right? In America, the statistics say, the Census Bureau says 1 out of every 10 Americans belong to the religion of Islam. So it's good that you're on jury duty. You might have a case of a Muslim and have to be just and honest with that person. Alhamdulillah, yes. Okay.
Another question here. sister said, I wanted to know, is organ donation permissible in Islam? If so, some dies, can they donate their organs?
Okay, this is a question that Sheikh Morsy answered for us a few months ago. And his answer was, yes, it is permissible. And also Dr. Dremali answered that too. Yes, it is permissible. Yes, so you can do that. Organ donation is permissible in Islam. As long as the condition of it being, as long as you agree to donate before you die. Okay, no one can wait till after you're dead and then decide it. It has to be something that you've approved of before you die. And Allah knows best. So yes, you can do organ donation. And here's Sheikh Morsy, alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh Morsy.
Alaikum salam, Sister Laila. How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, good.
That's good. Got a couple of questions for you. One of the brothers, they're in the penitentiary, but we have some brothers who are in prison here in America. But they want to know when they do their Juma prayer, they do their Juma prayer in a chaplain, a place, a place that they have a chaplain or something. And he wants to know, do they still perform the 2 rakats for the mosque, even though it's a chaplain?
Yeah, we can do the prayer any place, no impurities, no idols facing the Qibla. So it is all the masjid, all the place, all the earth. The Prophet said, all the earth are masjid for Muslims. They can pray everywhere, anywhere, if it is clean. No idols, not facing idols.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, you got that, Precious?
Yes.
And what was the second one he had, Precious?
Yes, it's a group of the brothers that have those questions. But yes, they remove the idols before they start their Juma prayers.
So yes.
Question was, okay, the book called Clarifying Common Mistakes by Sheikh.
Wait a minute, hold on for a second, Precious.
Hold on.
Okay.
For Jum'ah prayer, there is a sermon, there is a khutbah, there is a speech of the khutbah, right?
They give a khutbah?
Yes, they have somebody appointed to do that.
Yes. So they do the whole Jum'ah, khutbah, speech, and then the prayer. This would be 2 rak'ah. But without speech, it would be dhuhr. With the speech, with the khutbah, it becomes 2.
Okay, so the 2 rakats, the 2 rakats before the khutbah, like if you come in, can they do that still too?
Well, okay. They can do before the imam starts the khutbah, they can do 2 rak'ah. It's an option.
Okay.
Yes.
That was the question I think they had. Y'all got that, Precious? That's an option.
Yes.
You got it, Precious?
Yes, it's because you know how when we enter the masjid, we can pray those 2 rakats. The masjid,
salutation of the mosque.
Right.
Yes, that's what they want to know.
Yeah, but this place is not a mosque.
Right.
This place, a church or a chaplain, whatever, this is not a mosque. It is allowed to pray it is not established as a mosque. Okay?
So they don't do that
then. If you
then.
enter your house, I tell you exactly. If you enter your house, do you have to do 2 rak'ah after you enter your house? No. It's just a place, but you can pray.
Okay.
But it is not like the rules of the mosque. It is not a mosque, but it is allowed to pray.
Okay. You got that, Precious? Or no, they don't have to do that because that was what I was going to say too. That's not a mosque. It's a chapel. So they don't have to do that.
Yes.
Okay.
But if they do, it's option.
It's an option.
It is not must or very recommended like a mosque.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, the second question she has is, there's a book that they have called Common Mistakes by, say the person's name again.
His name is Al dash Ash Shayka. ASH-SHAYK8. Clarifying common mistakes.
They want to know if that's a good book to read, called Clarifying Common Mistakes.
Okay. Okay. The title is good, but the writer, can you say the name or send me the name, Sister Laila?
Yeah, I can't understand the name, what she's saying either. Type it right now again, Kay.
Yeah.
Wait, let me tell me that name too, because I don't understand what you're saying either.
Okay.
AL, and what's the next?
Dash ASH dash SHAYKH.
Okay. Can you
Oh, okay.
message me the name?
Yeah, I'm gonna message it to you now.
I also pasted it in the chat.
Okay, let me message it to him right now while we're talking.
Yes, send me a message.
Oh. Okay. As Sheikh? Okay. Look on your WhatsApp, Sheikh Morsy, because it won't let me text you on the phone, but look on your WhatsApp. El Ash Sheikh.
Okay, I will see it. Okay, I think I got it. Yes.
That's the name of the person. And it's called Common Mistakes.
Sheikh.
Yeah, as Sheikh who?
Means Sheikh. It is Imam. What's his name?
Yeah, what's his name? That's what I said. As Sheikh means old man. I mean, yeah. What is his?
Sheikh means Imam.
That's what I asked them when they had that question. That's the only name in the book.
That's the only name in the book.
Yeah, because they have access to order certain books, and that's one of the books they had access to. So.
Well, this is not a complete name. A Sheikh. Every Imam they call him Sheikh.
That could be anybody. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is according to what is written there. Give me example.
Yeah, give us an example what the book is talking about. That's what I asked her too. I don't even know what it. Common mistakes of what? Prayer or what?
Yes, I believe it was about prayer. That's what they said, it was about prayer, and that's when they had the question regarding the 2 rakats.
Give us what he says about 1 or 2 mistakes.
I would have to wait for them to contact me again, and then I could.
Okay, yeah. Well, let them contact. We have to.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to know what the book. That's why I was telling her too. I don't know what the book says. I never heard of it, seen it.
Yes, if this book in English or Arabic?
It's in English.
If it is in English, you can just take a picture of some pages. Then you send it to Sister Laila. She can forward it to me.
Okay, you hear that, Precious? Tell them to take pictures and send it to you, and you send it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, inshallah.
Pictures of some mistakes and what he says, but I don't know about. Then we have to know the people they are talking. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so that's all you had from the brothers in the penitentiary for right now?
Okay. Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, Sheikh Morsy, inshallah. If they got any more, I'll call you back, inshallah.
Inshallah. But now we are preparing for prayer.
That's what I thought. Okay, so you can ready.
We have to wait like 1 hour and a half or 2 hours.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and make your prayer, inshallah.
Okay, shukran, Sister.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. When you gave me the name, it didn't make. I said, "Old man, who's that? That could be anybody." I didn't know. Yeah, we have to see what the book. And just tell the brothers. I know they get certain information, certain books when they in the penitentiary. Just tell them to take pictures with their phone and send it to you, and then we can see. Because it's about that. The question is whether or not they're backing everything up with hadiths from the authentic hadiths. That's the thing we got to see. Inshallah.
Okay, I'm gonna have them do that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Any other questions in there?
Yeah. The next question is: are Muslim women allowed to speak publicly about issues in the community that needs to be addressed? Meaning, can we show our faces or should we just be heard?
There's nothing in Islam. Don't you sisters see me here? Do y'all think I would be a daya and showing my face if it was haram? And I'm always telling you sisters this. There is nothing in Islam that says a woman has to cover her face. Allah's the only one who has the authority to make things unlawful. There is no verse anywhere in the Quran, nor is there any verse anywhere in any of the authentic hadiths that says a woman has to cover her face. The Prophet's wives did not even cover their faces, and they are the mothers of the believers. If the Prophet's wives didn't walk around covering their faces, what makes you sisters think that you have to? Okay, that's number one. Number two, there's nothing in the Quran, nor is there anything in the authentic hadith that says a woman cannot speak. The Prophet's wives spoke publicly. The female companions spoke publicly. Allah did not make any mistakes when he gave women a mouth, a tongue, and teeth. However, Allah is clear. Allah says in the Quran, "O you women who believe, when you do speak publicly, make your voices loud, like mine is, and make your voices strong and firm," which means intimidating, because you don't know the evil that lurks in the heart of men. So there's your answer. If a woman wants to speak anywhere in the world, be it the mosque, be it at the grocery store, you make your voice loud like mine is, the way I speak. Why do y'all think I sit on this internet speaking loud? I speak so loud sometimes y'all don't know. I have to sit here and drink tea at night. But I do it because my Lord commands it. I don't walk around the house speaking that way. I speak softly normally, but I can't do that publicly because you never know what idiotic man is sitting in here right now trying to jump Crump, and I have to get Crump right back. So yes, you can speak out, but make sure your voice is like mine. Strong, loud, intimidating. Okay? And there's nothing that says cover your face either. And Allah knows best. I've answered that question so many times, I don't have to prolong the answer on that anymore, I don't think. Yeah. Any other questions?
This next question is anonymous. A sister said, "I heard you mention about the hadith of Umar regarding who should a child should go with after a divorce. What if the man have other wives? Shouldn't the child stay with the mother even after puberty instead of the home of another woman?"
Okay, first of all, it's not a hadith of Umar. Okay, this is a hadith from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And let me repeat the story again. Why would another woman raise my child? This is my baby. Don't no other woman raise your child. Why would you give your daughter, your son, to another woman? Who said that? In Islam, it's not another woman's job to raise your child. That's your job. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, each and every one of us is a guardian over something, and you will be held accountable for whoever is in your ward, whoever you are entrusted with. The man is the guardian over his wife and all his children, and he will be held accountable for them. The mother is the guardian over her children, and she will be held accountable. Allah is not going to hold me accountable for somebody else's children. They ain't mine. They didn't come from me. I am not their mother. This is where we blur the lines. Let's talk about it. I'm glad this came up, and I figured it would come up because I have been getting a few these sisterhood questions. So, you know, this is a pretty good thing to talk about. Let's talk about it.
Join us every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern for the Access to Laila live call-in and answer show. Please join Ustadah Laila Nasheeba. If you have any questions in regards to this theme, call in at 862-370-2838. Now streaming on various platforms right here on Sunnahfollowers.
Okay, what happens here? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, I'm trying to get my screen back. My computer, I didn't push that button to do that either, y'all. It's going crazy. It's my computer. Okay, remember we talked about how here in America, so many of us have lost our Muslim identity because we have allowed ourselves to blur the lines. We are not Mormons. We are not LDS people. We are Muslims who believe La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Polygamy is good and clean. But the way we practice polygamy is nothing like how the LDS practice polygamy. The way we practice polygamy is nothing like how the Mormons practice. Don't get it twisted. In Islam, a man can have up to 4 wives. The LDS and Mormons can have as many as they want. In Islam, a man cannot marry his sister, nor can he marry his aunt, nor can he marry his stepmother. The Mormons and LDS can, and they do. That's why they got the incest problems. In Islam, a man can have up to 4 wives, but each wife has a right to have her own house, her own accommodations. We don't live with other women. The LDS and the Mormons, they live together in the same house. In Islam, not only does every wife have her own home and her own accommodations, but her children belong to her. They don't belong to anyone else but her and her husband. The Mormons, the LDS, they share their seed. So let's not get it twisted. You cannot blur the lines. You cannot mix Islam with Kafirism. You cannot be half Muslim and half Kafir. Either you are Muslim or you ain't. Do y'all get it? This is one of the signs of the last hour. The Prophet ﷺ said the lines will become blurred. Well, I'm here to keep them lines straight. Your husbands, other wives are not your sister wives either. We don't marry women. We don't believe in LGBTQ. Allah destroyed a whole nation for that. The LDS and Mormons do that. They marry each other. They're LGBTQTPS. Okay? So you Muslims are going to have to learn your religion correctly and practice it correctly and stop blurring the lines. Whatever wives your husband have is his business and theirs. They have nothing to do with you, sisters. Our boundaries are set. What goes on with him and his other wives ain't none of your business. What goes on with him and his other wives have nothing to do with you. You sisters understand. His children by his other wives, they not your children. They're his children and her children. They don't belong to you. You're not held accountable for nothing except what came out of you. Do you Muslim women understand? So, understanding that, which is the basics, let's get to the question. What makes you think in your mind that because your husband divorced one of his wives, that his children by her should go to you? Who are you? You better take your butt on somewhere and worry about your own kids. Now, the story had happened. The hadith that you got it twisted with happened as follows. Umar, radiallahu anha, had married a woman. The marriage didn't work out. She didn't want to be with him, and he didn't want to be with her. So they got a divorce. He had a son by her. Before they divorced, they had a little baby boy. They divorced. She took her baby and went on back to her father. Her father lived in Mina. That's the way how we roll in Islam. We go back home to our mom and daddy. Okay? A few years went by. A couple of years went by. I think the hadith says 2. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Umar, happened to be traveling, and they went to the suburb of Mina, and they went to the mosque there to pray. When Umar came out the mosque, he saw his ex-wife playing with a little boy, and he knew that little boy had to be his son. So he went up to her and said, "Is this my boy?" She said, "Yes." He said, "Subhanallah, my boy has grown. Subhanallah. I think I'm going to take my boy home with me now." She said, "Oh, no, you ain't." She said, "Nuh-uh. This my baby." She said, "You ain't taking him away from me." "Oh, yes, sir, I am." She said, "Oh, no, you're not." And she grabbed her little son. He held her and she grabbed him. And then the Prophet came out the mosque and he saw the woman crying, holding the kid. And he saw Umar standing over her saying, "I want my boy going home with me." The Prophet ran over to them and he said, hey, what's going on? Shway, what's going on? The woman ran to the Prophet holding her son. She said, "Oh, Prophet of Allah, which one of us deserves him?" She said, "It's my baby." She said, "Umar wants me to hand my son over to him. He wants to take him back to Medina. This is my baby." The Prophet said, No. He said, "Umar, the one who is most deserving of the child is the mother right now. This kid was only 6 years old. The Prophet said he is in the foundations or the beginning of his life. The one most deserving of him is her. She's the mother. She's the one that will nurture him. She's the one that can mature him. So she has more rights to that child than you, Umar." He said, when the child reaches puberty, when the boy reaches puberty, That's when the boy will need his father. That's when the boy will need to be with his father to learn how to be a man. He said, so leave the child with her, Umar. And when the boy reaches puberty, then you can take him. And Umar said, okay, it makes sense. He got on his camel. The woman grabbed her baby and ran back in the house. And that was the end of the story. So how can you listen to that and get it twisted that she should have gave her son to another woman? Where did the woman come from? That child don't belong to nobody but her and Umar. You sisters in America, those of you who come from the LDS community, oh yeah. You sisters who come from Mormon backgrounds, I do have some new shahadas here, guys, who converted to Islam from Mormonism. Don't twist Mormonism with Islam. Total different ways of life. You Mormons were man-made. Our way of life is from Allah, with rules, with guidelines, with boundaries. Don't get it twisted. Does that answer make sense to the sister? Ask the sister, does she understand now? What made her think that some other woman can take my kid from me? Are you out your mind? It's my baby, not yours. Go get your own kids.
I agree with you.
Oh, there's Dr. Dremali, and Allah knows best. MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Dr. Dremali, I was trying to call you, and I had called Morsy. He called back and answered. But have you heard of a book called Sheikh? We have some brothers in the penitentiary. Turn the camera on for him, guys. And they wanted to know if this is a book that's good. It's called Common Mistakes. Sheikh Morsy never heard of it, and neither have I. But let me Sheikh Morsy doesn't go in the penitentiary either, but I know you've been in there giving dawah.
To start this is.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I sent the cover photo, Sister Laila, in WhatsApp.
Okay, hold on. Let me wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get the camera on Dr. Dremali. This is his thing. Dr. Dremali's dealt with the penitentiaries. Hold on here. Put that camera on him. Where are you at, Dremali? There he is. Okay. Okay, guys, turn your camera on. Let me have him deal with this. And those of you on YouTube, here we go. Y'all can see Dr. Dremali, inshallah. There you go.
Sorry, I was at a meeting. Just finished the meeting.
Okay. Okay, so this, you sent a pic. Oh, I don't know what to, I've never seen this. I'm going to send this picture. Woo. I'm going to send this book to you now, Dr. Dremali. Check your.
I know the book system.
Oh, you know it? Okay, yeah, go ahead. Let me turn off my camera. Y'all let Dremali handle this.
Bismillah wa salatu wassalam ala Rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm always happy to see what Sister Laila, alhamdulillah. But before I answer the book, my dear brothers and sisters, there's a lot of books in Egypt, especially in Egypt, and also in Emirates and Oman and the Gulf. Those books, and actually they bring ayat from the Quran and a hadith from the Quran. This book actually, yes. And the most important thing, my advice, do not take anything recently from Egypt or Emirates or Saudi Arabia or the Gulf in general. All the books, with no exception, they put ayat in the Quran, a hadith from the hadith in that book, and unfortunately they twist it. For example, Surah Al-Nisa, we have Al-Baqarah, Surah Al-Fatiha, and then Surah Al-Baqarah and Al-Imran, and then Surah Al-Nisa. Surah Al-Nisa, Surah, the surah called Al-Nisa, that means the woman. There is no surah called the men for women. Okay, and also in the Quran, Surah Al-Talaq, the surah of the divorce, and Surah Al-Tahrim, It's also for the woman, and Surah Al-Mumtahinah, and also Surah the woman, and Surah Al-Hashr for the woman. Many surah in the Quran, many ayat in the Quran, the right of the woman and the right of men. But unfortunately, a lot of people mix up about the ayat, mix up, or give me attention, take part of the ayah, and they give you fatwa. Yes, halal and haram. No, sister. The fatwa, which they say halal and haram. I have a course actually when Sister Laila was know about a course how to perform a fatwa. For example, me, I'm Arab, I'm Maraz the Quran, I understand even the Quran, I speak Arabic language, but I am not also all this image, but still I cannot make fatwa. I cannot make fatwa. I copy fatwa from different different ulama, scholars. I give yes, halal and haram. I have my library here from all the books, all the Fatawa ibn Taymiyyah, Fatawa ibn Ibaz, and Al-Albani, and the Fatwa ibn Uthaymeen, many books here for Fatawa, because my specialist in fiqh. I go to those books, not my own opinion, brother and sister. Okay, the sister also about the child. When the the baby child, in some they take part of the ayat, it'll go to the men, to the father. Why? How? Oh, it is in the Quran. It is not in the Quran. It's part of the Quran, but go understand the whole ayah. Yeah. But ayah before, that's the Quran. Another, give me attention here. Ibn Abbas, the cousin or the cousin of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, make dua for him, Allahumma faqihhu al-Quran, may Allah make him understand the Quran, and he brought the tafsir for us. And what he said, give me attention. قال إن القرآن يفسر بعضه بعضا. He said, Quran explain each other ayat, not ayah and yes, halal haram, ayah halal haram. No, Allah in the Quran said, drink liquor until salah, don't drink salah. But here it's abrogated ayah. It is in the Quran, yes, and it was in Mecca, not in Medina. All the rules of fiqh is in Medina, not in Mecca. Give me attention. 13 years, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in Mecca, two things. Number one is Aqidah, Tawheed, monotheism. Aqidah, creed, Shahada, Mecca only, 13 years. And then 10 years in Medina Munawwara, fiqh, with the Aqidah established. When the Muhajirin and the Ansar, the Aqidah established, that's it, the done deal. Then now, halal and haram and halal. And Allah Azza wa Jalla give us the solution. Surah Al-Nisa, here, brother and sister. Surah Al-Nisa here. And even Surah, subhanAllah, I am here. Surah Maryam. Surah for Maryam. Maryam radiallahu anha. Surah Al-Nisa here, brother and sister. Subhanallah, it's open here. I don't have to search. Allah Yasul. Speak the first one about man and woman. Man and woman. Every khutbah Jum'ah, the Imam will have to say that. And then after that, وَآتُوا الْيَتَامَى أَمْوَالَهُمْ. Allah said that. The second ayah. Give the rights of the orphans. وَآتُوا الْيَتَامَى أَمْوَالَهُمْ وَلَا تَتَبَدَّلُوا الْخَبِيثَ بِالطَّيِّبِ ولا تأكلوا أموالهم إلى أموالكم إنه كان حوبا كبيرا. ولا تدخلوا, طيب, do not mix stuff and you don't know. Okay, ولا تأكلوا أموالهم إلى أموالكم. So to give the rights of the orphan and do not take the rights. Some people, they have orphan and she have money, she marry her because of her orphan, and they take the money. A person in our city here, in our area, And married because, mashallah, the ex-husband rich. And he married an older woman to take care of 3 kids. And after, because she trusts him, he's in love also. He's in love. And after he takes everything under his account, he married another woman, and that woman got completely isolated. Isolated. I said, Sheikh Ibrahim, what you should do? I said, go and fight in the court and put him in prison. He deserved to be in a prison. But I love him. I said, if you love him, deal with it. Deal with it. He's a thief. He's a thief. The key, Allah said again, وَآتُوا الْيَتَامَى أَمْوَالَهُم. Give the rights of the orphans. As amana system, if you have orphan to marry anybody, and also Sister Laila, sorry, the big Quran. And when you marry and you have a kids, you have to make sure your kids in a safe side. The rights of your kids a priority. And Sister Laila also, there is no Islamic law if the woman have kids and then we divorce, the father take the kids. Absolutely. There is no ayah in the Quran. There is no hadith from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No, the kids have to learn and learn and learn. And then if they are sane, they can choose. And I see here, majority of the people, when their father cannot deal with it. I'm talking about experience in this country more than 30 years, 35 years. There is no way. But on my way, my kids that carry my last name. I'm sorry, no, but I will Sister Laila is hurting me. Only that part of kids, unfortunately. Sister Laila, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think it's my internet going crazy. One of the brothers here says he has that book too, called Clarifying Common. So is it a good book or not? That's what he says. So is the information in it good or not?
No, it's not good.
He said he didn't think so either. He said he didn't think so either, but he wanted to make sure.
Yeah, do not read this book. Every book from Egypt before 30 years or 40 years, don't take it. Don't even open the book. Believe me, I graduated from Azhar University. At school, at high school, elementary, and university. What is in my time is the best. Now change completely. Saudi Arabia, the best knowledge we learn from the scholar over there. Now, completely corruption country. Emirate is more corruption. Oman, all the Gulf, with no exception, corrupted country. Do not take 3, 4, 5 years ago books. Don't even open the book. This is my advice.
Yeah.
Arab or non-Arab.
I agree. Like I say, everything I teach here is from the Quran and Sunnah. I don't deal with people's man-made books anyway, because you don't know what's in there. And I agree with him. What's going on? I wouldn't take nothing from out of Saudi Arabia or them other countries he listed, period. Seriously. Yeah.
You and I, our knowledge from those countries.
Right. Right.
But the situation completely different.
Okay, here's a brother that has a question for you. He says, if you want to go to the Masjid, but your mom or uncle says no, do you have to listen to them?
Do not listen to them. Go to the Masjid. Masjid is obligation for men. Obligation for men. Is option for sisters.
Okay, you got
it. Don't forget the shaitan is a complete, actually, if it's somebody in a household, and actually have I spoke once about the jinn with Sister Laila. If the household, they say do not go to the masjid, that means something in the house wrong. In the whole entire house, either there's a jinn or magic or somebody have something in the house. That means that's why they will do that. That means you have to clean your house from the jinn. The only solution is the Quran and the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Another brother says he went to the Juma prayer to perform Juma, but when he got there, they had finished the prayer. He missed it. So he made 2 rakats in the mosque. He said, was this the right thing to do?
No, it's not. You have to make 4 rak'ah dhuhr. If you miss 1 rak'ah, the second rak'ah you have to make, if you have missed 1 rak'ah, 2. But if you miss 2 rak'ah, then 4. But hold on, hadith al-Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the first hadith in Bukhari Muslim, إنما الأعمال بالنيات. Every action with the intention. You have intention to go to for Jum'ah. The reward is Jum'ah. Pray 4 rak'ah. But if you now night time, so don't worry because you don't know. Is that okay?
Okay, another brother has a question too. He said, I have been hoping you come so I can ask this. Thanks, Sister Laila, for Rumble. Okay, yeah, okay. I fixed the Rumble stream. Alhamdulillah. He said, when I pray with the imam, I do not finish Fatiha before he says Allahu Akbar. Is my prayer accepted?
No. The proof is, give me attention to the proof. قال صلى الله عليه وسلم لا حدث البخاري المسلم لا صلاة لمن لم يقرأ فاتحة الكتاب. There is no salah for a person not reciting Surah Al-Fatiha. Okay, some ulama, I'm going to be fair. Some ulama, Dori, Imam Abu Hanifa, Dori, the Imam will carry your Fatiha, and the proof is for Abu Hanifa is when the man entered the masjid, he was making ruku', and that means if you come to ruku', that means, and he finished with the salah and he made taslim with the imam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him, لا تعد, do not do this again. لا, and another hadith of Muslim, ولا تعد, don't run, take it easy. So لا تعد, do not do it, that means after that, not accept. Give advice to the imam, take it easy with Surah Al-Fatiha, second rak'ah, and third and fourth rak'ah secretly, because they have to recite Al-Fatiha too. I actually, yesterday, I was in the masjid here with my daughter, my sister, sorry, my wife had something event, and there's a masjid there. I was praying Salat al-Maghrib. The third rak'ah, barely say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ, He's Allah, and that's it. I made taslim, Allah, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. I stood up, I pray Maghrib again. Why? Because the third rak'ah, I didn't recite Surah Al-Fatiha. That is my opinion, brother.
He said that's what he thought. So
It's
what
not.
he did was this. He said after the imam gave salams, he stood up and he said, I did the third and the fourth rakat. Was I correct?
Come up. Yes.
MashaAllah.
And that actually, I'm very, very proud and happy a person think like this. I'm very happy. Thank you. You make me happy. That it. Now, good news this tonight, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. I'm proud of him too. Good job, Brother Edward. Okay, let's see. Another question here. This is all coming from my Rumble and Odyssey and Twitch. Okay, another brother asked here too. Do I have to cover my head when I pray?
A man or
He's a
brother?
man. Yes.
No, not only. That's a sunnah, brother. Prophet Rasulullah pray without turban and with turban, no problem with that. It's a sunnah, nothing else. So, except not Abu Hanifa, give attention. Not Imam Abu Hanifa, the student of the student of the students of Abu Hanifa. This is, yes, it's obligation to have it, but it's absolutely is fabricated hadith. They would that, not weak hadith, fabricated hadith to have. But as a culture, also me myself, for example, I'm home now, at home, still I pray like this. Why? But halal to pray in the pants, halal with a short under the knee, no problem with that. No. But turban is a sunnah, not faridah.
He said also, do I have to take my shoes off when I pray too?
Up to you. Up to you. If the masjid, for example, the carpet or the masjid carpet, yes, you should. You have to follow the cleaning of the masjid. But home, if your wife said, no, put the shoes outside, listen to your wife. Or you want to pray about your shoes as far as clean and not wet. No problem to it. In the street, for example, if I pray in the street, I pray with my shoes. No problem with that. It depends where you pray. Also, supposed to be clean. Also, make sure the shoes are clean. Yes.
Alhamdulillah. That's all I got from the brothers here. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. But speaking about the sister, about the children, sister, keep your children until they speak. If the children with the father with another woman, and that woman, Allah knows best what kind of woman he married. Allah knows best. Your kids is amana. The kids is complete amana.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. We have a lot of people blurring the lines. They convert to Islam, or they watch TV and watch all that sister wife stuff and try to think that's how. No, we're not the same. No, that's not Islam.
Sister, I woke up today in Tahajjud and then Salat al-Fajr, after Salat al-Fajr, and did just before Salat al-Jum'ah today. Today, Salat al-Jum'ah, 12 o'clock, I turn my phone completely off. I mute my phone. Why? Unfortunately, I'm very, 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 very sad. Since woke up, since Fajr, after Fajr, when I left the masjid, divorce problem, phone call. Make me really, really sad. Very sad. Very sad. Wallahi, brother and sister. Increasing the divorce right now? Because about the new Muslims, a lot of new Muslims got married. Mostly the people got married for green card, or a person, somebody come to different country, come to America and get be citizenship, and this is the any 99.9%. I know a lot. Coming from different country to marry a person here, they get divorced, and not only that, a lot of them steal their money. And more than 99% of the people come from different country to come and they married here. Unfortunately, of course. A lot of people also, they get married. How they get married? I want to marry you, you marry me, we married. No wali, no father, no mother, no one charge, no witnesses, no dowry. Oh, we're in a courthouse. But we are a Muslim country. We have Masjid. This marriage is not marriage. That's zina, adultery. That is a zina, adultery, brother and sister. It is no guardian, wali, no guardian. No wali, a brother or uncle or somebody you trust, and two male witnesses. Abu Hanifa says 4 women is no problem, but I disagree with Abu Hanifa with that. To male witnesses Muslims and dowry, not $1. Not you need a money, a dowry to make her life good. Because the question, let me ask a question here. A lot of, if a person wants to marry your daughter, your sister, and the opposite, and your brother, you accept your sister to have a $1,100, someone actually $1 want to marry. I refuse, of course. I refuse. That's a joke. You are honorable, sister. You are honorable. You are the queen of the house. And men, just people in the house. But you are the queen of the house. May Allah give rahmah, mercy for my father. He considered my mom the queen. Whatever the queen, my mom said, my father is great Sheikh. He's an imam. But when she says something, done in the household. Even teaching us, my father, I learn Quran, the hadith, this adab, manners, and etiquette. And the most likely I learned from my mom because I stay with my mom more. And we say in Arab, al-ummu madrasa. The mother is a school. If you fix the school, you fix a nation. If you fix a household, you fix community, counties, countries, nation from the household. But since Allah Azza wa Jalla give me shifa, that in daily basis, I have this kind of problem, been falling. And then bring my heart. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Rab, أصلح الذات بيننا. اللهم أصلح الذات بيننا. اللهم أصلح الذات بيننا. آمين يا رب العالمين. آمين.
Ameen. Ameen. Alhamdulillah. One of the sisters here says that her and her husband went through a divorce. Her husband refuses to give her any, any money to take care of the kids. So is there anything wrong if she goes to the Kafir court for child support?
Absolutely go. Unfortunately, many sister, brothers, the same thing over here. I told my sister, go get your right from Kafir. They can learn, and the other people will learn. It's your right, your children's rights. Go to the court, even if you put him in the prison. He deserves to be in the prison. May Allah guide all of us, men, for this kind of issue. Sister Laila, believe it or not, a lot of people call me for this. The brother, no, I'm not, and I see, I'm not going to divorce her. I want to be hanging like this. But Allah said, Allah said, لا تجعل كالمعلق. Allah said, certain Nisa'i. Don't make a hanging. Haram to make a hanging. If you want to divorce, and sometimes the divorce is the ni'mah for both of them. A blessing, believe it or not, brother and sister. I have experience with that. With divorce, you're more free.
Yes.
And ask Allah to have a righteous woman and for brother have a righteous man to marry. Make dua for that, sister.
I mean, exactly. So you're not forced into a bad situation. That's what I tell these sisters. Yeah. If the man won't take care of his kids, you got to go to the court to get it. SubhanAllah.
Absolutely. Even go to prison because of my kids. No. Sister, it's your right and your kids' right. Your kids' right. A lot of sisters refuse. Why? Because of my kids. Actually, you believe it or not, you destroyed your kids in this way. Because you're not getting your rights and defending your kids. You have to be a warrior, especially in America. Actually, not in America, in the Muslim world, but we are in America. You have to be a warrior here. You have to be jihad, struggle. Your kids, my kids, Allah, and then my kids, number one, supposed to be. And that man, excuse my language, let him go to hell. But why? Because he's not believing this, especially Surah Nisa. Surah Nisa, you're not believing in Surah Nisa. If you're not believing in this Quran, you deserve everything bad, in my opinion.
The sister said, thank you. She said that makes so much sense because people in mosque try to make me feel bad, but I need some help with the children, support.
Oh, excellent point. A lot of people, they tell you, no, because my kids, no, he's a Muslim. No, he's not a Muslim here. The Muslim actually, he believes in this, brother and sister. He just denied this ayat. So, don't worry about those people. Don't forget, sister. Two, there is a human being, jinn, a human being, I am a human being. And there's a human being, it's more than the jinn. Because shayateen al-ins, shayateen of evil. And those are scary. You can see the person with sweet tongue. And will poison step by poison in your heart. Don't worry about them. Your honor, your health, your kids' priority is supposed to be in this life before you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Alhamdulillah. Y'all got any questions in the Zoom room?
There's one question about the prayer. Okay, the question says, my husband and I converted a few weeks ago, and we're doing the 5 daily prayers even before we converted, but we recently fell off from doing them. Could I please have some tips to get back into doing them? We also have 2 children, 2 and 6 months old, who love to disrupt as we pray. It's been hard for me, especially working 12-hour shift and currently in classes where it's hard for me to go pray. Also, we are still trying to learn Arabic. We are a bit frustrated. Any advice?
The Arabic, by the way, I have a beautiful advice. Number one, I'm so happy to convert back to the Islam. You are a new person. But by the way, to become Muslim is getting more hardship until you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But in this situation, sister, it's easy and simple. You can join Dhuhr and Asr together, only Dhuhr and Asr together, and Maghrib and Isha together. In the car, in the office, takes 2-3 minutes, just like a person go to the bathroom, for example. Takes sometimes 5-10 minutes in the bathroom. You can just say, join your prayer together, only 4 rak'ah Dhuhr, Asr, Allahu Akbar, at least it's Fatiha. If you're not memorize it, have a book in your hand, no problem with that, and make it fast. And simple. Okay? Plus, Salah, sister, believe it or not, especially Salah, prayer. When you have a connection, why? As-Salah, the connection between me and straight to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are communicated to Him. You're not through Laila, through Ibrahim, through the sister around. Absolutely not. You're speaking to Him. And he knows exactly reading your heart because He created your heart. 2 rak'ah and 2 rak'ah and more. May Allah give you more success and wealth and halal wealth, Ya Rab. And same thing to Isha. No problem to join the Salah together. Only Farida. You don't have to do the Sunnah about that. When you go home and relax, pray one witr rak'ah for Isha, and that's it. Do not push yourself. As much Allah said, Allah said, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لا ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. Allah will never force you to do something as much as you can. Another ayah, He said, اتقوا الله ما استطعتم. Fear Allah as much as you can. Prophet Muhammad said, إن هذا الدين يسر. He said, Prophet Muhammad, in the deen, our religion is simple. وما يشاد دين أحد إلا غلبه. Whoever have harsh in the deen, Allah break him down. So don't push yourself. Alhamdulillah. Thank God you are Muslim. Do your best. I am able to do it, yes. Don't all join the prayer together and sympathize. Is that it? Is that clear, sister?
Is that clear for her?
Yes, it's clear.
I have actually on YouTube a lecture called "The Secret of the Salah." I did one lecture, not lecture, sorry, not lecture. Khutbah Jum'ah. Ibrahim Dremali, The Secret of the Prayer, Secret of Salah. Listen to this khutbah like at 20 minutes. Inshallah, maybe it will help us, sister, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah.
Sister, how are you, sister Laila?
Oh, I'm doing good. Alhamdulillah.
By the way, I spy on you every day. I spy on you every day. But I
Alhamdulillah.
find myself.
That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna make. I saw you did a nice lecture day. I'm gonna make shorts of it and put it out tonight. Alhamdulillah. The little talk you did earlier that you posted up. I'm gonna put some shorts out. Yeah.
Sister, by the way, you know, I insist to do this lecture today.
What happened to make you do it? Yeah, because I was gonna ask you to do one. Then I didn't have to ask because I saw that. Alhamdulillah.
No, it happened in the masjid today after my khutbah. I have one person. But then on your side, some people, shuyukh on your side, mashallah, they have a long hair. And then they get them to prove whoever have a long hair, men, is absolutely unaccepted in Islam, sister. We are imitating non-Muslims. I went to Apple store here. Sister, give me attention. I went to the Apple stores here, sister. All the employees with the Apple sign, all the employees, no exception, men have a long hair. And then I found out all the employees with long hair, gays.
Oh my gosh, Dremali.
And not only that, whoever have the long hair, oh, it's Sunnah, right, Sheikh Ibrahim, Sunnah. What about your clothes? Is Sunnah. Pants, tight pants, jeans, Sunnah. We have to respect Sunnah, sister. We have to understand. I told the brother actually, do you know what Sunnah is? And say, oh, Sheikh Ibrahim, I'm Salafi. You are Salafi? I say, I wish I'm Salafi. I wish I follow Rasulullah sallallahu with everything and the companion of Rasulullah. But you don't understand what Salafi is. Plus, what you are, you look here, nothing related to the Islam, period. And this hair, what you're doing right now, you're imitating kuffar. You're imitating kuffar. Again, the hadith also.
So what he had his how long was his hair was long like a woman's, huh?
A lot of men like this, sister. One in the masjid, and he consider himself Salafi, come to the masjid, beautiful hair, and the hair like this. I said, you making, say, brother, why are you making your hair like this? Oh, Sheikh Ibrahim, I'm Salafi, Sunnah. I said, no, it's not Sunnah. It's the Prophet Muhammad doing that. I said, you are lying. You are lying. Rasulullah have a long hair, but he covered the hair.
Yeah, he didn't look like no woman with it, for sure. Yeah. Exactly.
You look like a woman. There's no difference between you and your sister with hijab. Your daughter, Safa, your daughter with hijab, and your sister better than you. And he got angry. But unfortunately, those people, Sunnah, I guarantee 1000%, I challenge it's not a Sunnah. Why? Look at the person, how you pray, how you fast, how you deal with your wife and your husband, how you deal with your Muslims and non-Muslims. If you are doing this together, exactly the way Rasulullah did, yes, you are following the Sunnah. But only your hair, come on, sister.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The lines are becoming blurred. You know, we're blurring the lines with the non-believers. I mean, you know, you don't want to resemble a woman in looks, and then like with the sisters, we can't resemble the Kafirs with how they do their polygamy because we got rules. They don't have rules and guidelines. You know, yes. So the lines are becoming too blurred. Subhanallah.
Just I'm thinking actually, when I go 1.5 page from this surah, what do you think of that stuff? I did that in order to preach once, but
Yeah.
that's long class. Why I'm saying that? Because our Sunnahfollowers speak about always family,
Right.
husband, wife, son, daughter. This is here in details, but we take ayah,
Right.
not explain plus according to the ayah.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be great. That would be great because Dr. Ali, as you saw last week, he did a Quran Tafsir class of Surah 35, and the people really enjoyed it. He only did 3 verses. The first 3 verses.
Yeah, I was there. I shared it. Yeah, but my point actually, family matter is very important.
Yes, it is extremely.
Yeah, sister, I'm very, very sad. I go to the churches here in the area. I give talk in Sunday talk, and then I see a lot of not that priest himself, people like the doctor actually go in a room, align husband and wife and husband and wife problems, to solve the problems. And then I asked the priest. The priest is my friend. May Allah guide him to Islam. He's almost Muslim. And I asked him, can I, not only today, I go every week, I go there. Every week I go. And I asked the priest, can I join that doctor to see what's going on, to learn something? I'm a doctor too. I have two PhDs. I know, Dr. Dremali, we know you very well. Yes, we can. Then permission. Sister, I go with the doctor, just listening and listening and listening. Sister Laila, I'm shocked. You know, the sad part,
What?
Our sisters, Muslim sisters, go to the priest for solving a problem.
Yeah, this is what I heard is going on. Oh God, yeah, it's sad. They're going to the kafir trying to seek help in their marriages because the Muslims are not helping. I mean, the imams are turning them away. I've been hearing that too.
Come on, Sister Laila. This is my second son, sister.
Oh, assalamu alaikum. There he is. Assalamu alaikum. He looks just like you too. Those Dremali, that Dremali blood, man, is so strong.
Strong.
Yeah. Does he take you take the pictures and stuff too? The photographs?
The older brother's the photographer.
Yeah,
So
and y'all look so much alike. Subhanallah. Wow.
Yeah.
Dr.
My
Dremali.
second one.
Yeah,
He came
subhanallah.
to live in Texas.
Oh, he's in Texas. Oh,
Yeah,
subhanallah. MashaAllah. I can't get over y'all's genes. All them Dremalis look alike.
Is that a good
And
thing?
you look like the one on the horseback. You know what I'm talking about, Dremali, the one in Gaza. Oh, subhanallah, the one with the horse.
Yeah, I saw his picture. actually
Yeah,
the other day.
you look just like him.
I'm happy. Yeah.
Subhanallah. Dremali, you got some beautiful family members.
What time is sunrise? Jamie wanted to ask.
Fajr, 5:30. Sunrise around 6:21.
6:21.
Yeah.
I can get everything together. We'll pray and then we'll head out.
Then after Fajr, immediately with
You got it, boss. Sounds good. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Assalamu alaikum. Dremali, is he married?
Yes, he's married. Yes.
How many?
He
One?
came with his wife.
You know,
He came with
4 is lawful. You know, might need an elderly woman to give him some advice. You know.
I have also another surprise. When you call me, also I have a meeting with who? Dr. Dan McBride.
Oh yeah, that brother. Yes, subhanallah.
Yeah,
How's he
Dr.
doing?
McBride actually just hung up. Why? I fell down my shoulder because we just have a new house here, so I fell down all the way down the stair from A to the ground. I went to doctor therapy, doesn't work. I called Dr. McBride, he's a chiropractor. I said, I need you to come here to fix my arm.
Subhanallah.
So, opportunity, sister, we just, subhanallah, Allah great, Allah the greater. I really Dr. McBride is the best one to give da'wah in your side.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, if he's got something lined up, you know, we could always have him in here for another lecture.
If he come tomorrow, I will catch him. I know take permission, but he's my student. You know, I didn't think he will act good. I gonna catch him face to face. You see, inshallah, in FaceTime, and then everything in the spot. We want you 1 day a week.
Yes, that would be great.
He published many books.
Yes, I've been watching his videos. He's got shorts all over TikTok and stuff too. He would be great here. The new shahadas I have here would love to have him here. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So yes, if you can ask him to commit to us once a week, that would be perfect. That would be perfect.
No, you're gonna deal with it.
Oh yeah, if you bring him in here, yes.
And then you can switch. The number two, choose 1 day to go through.
Yes.
Plus what I'm learning from the priest. Unfortunately, how to deal with this, to apply this to my life.
So that is true down there where you are. I have a lot of new shahadas here who are in Florida, your area, and that Orlando area. And there's a lot of crazy stuff going on down. I did not know that y'all had the different extremes. You got the extremes, fanatical Salafis, but then you got these, what they call them again, guys, Qadariya. A lot of my new shahadas, their husbands don't believe in the hadiths, and their husbands don't like them coming here to learn because they don't believe they from Wallenstein, Muhammad or something. I don't know. But it's so much going on where you are.
They become more Egyptian knowledge. They can manage Egyptian. Now they make a new religion. They made it in Emirate, Ibrahimic religion. Now in Egypt, Tanweer religion. Recently, now the government approved that new religion.
Yeah, because one of the sisters was telling me yesterday when I did my lecture, telling her, who is this dude? She said that her husband is studying from some Egyptian man down there. So is that's what she's talking about? See, I don't know anything about any of this stuff.
Yeah, but there is maybe some people decent, but not in public, not in the TV. Anything in the TV.
Well, they don't believe in the hadiths. She said her husband does not believe in the hadiths.
Yeah, but anybody in the TV do not take money from him. Other than that, yes, maybe. Oh, my blood is high.
Yeah, I heard there's some issues going on down there in Florida.
Yeah, I see my blood now. Two side system.
Yeah, wow.
My have to take insulin.
Are you diabetic too?
Yeah. See?
How did you become diabetic when you're so skinny? I mean, you're not.
The new liver.
The new liver made you that way? Oh.
Yeah, new liver, yeah. Now my girlfriend, she's in an airplane now.
Where's she going? Where's she going?
Her Yusuf, her son, cousin, she graduated, and they want to go there to his cousin graduation.
Oh.
And my wife, of course. By the way, July 1st, she officially now she's gonna be more busy.
Yeah, subhanallah.
Full-time professor gonna be in the university here. She's gonna leave all her work and concentrate in university.
And at one university, subhanallah. I don't know.
Inshallah, two things we're gonna arrive together. Lecture about Surah Nisa.
Right. Okay.
And after Nisa, Surah Talaq.
Yeah, Talaq, it'd be great. Nisa is good, and Talaq, let me write them down too.
I made ممتحنة, but go and ممتحنة also. But I would choose after this. But say make an ad 1 day about we'll go. I don't know some topic about Surah Nisa.
Okay.
And let's see, and Surah Nisa and our family.
Okay, inshallah, that's what I'll do. I'll pick a day for that because that'd be great for the sisters here.
And the second day, McBride said when you come tomorrow, I introduce it to you.
Okay, yes, yeah, because we could get him here. That'd be great, but especially for my new shahadas. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm glad you popped in, Dr. Jamali. Subhanallah, it's good to meet your son. They all look like you. God, Lord. He's handsome. All of them
my
are.
first one
Woo.
is actually
I had to lower my gaze, Dremali. I had to lower my gaze from him. Woo. How old is he anyway? He's the oldest one?
and 31. Actually, all my kids in June, they turn. I'll be 63 in June. My daughter, may Allah give shifa for her, 25. This one gonna be 31. And Omar, the younger one, Omar, 22. Gonna be in June.
Wow, subhanallah. Well, I'm glad.
Abdurrahman by mistake in October.
What, was this one born in Gaza too, or in America?
Only Abdurrahman born in Gaza, and the rest here in Florida.
Okay. Yeah, well, Masha, I'm glad he's there to visit you. That's good. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me check the door. Okay, everybody, alhamdulillah. It was good to have Dr. Dremali here to answer those questions. So that book is no good. Everybody knows that book is no good. So did you let the brothers know that, Precious? That book was no good? Okay. Oh yeah, the brother here said that he never did think it. He was in prison and he never utilized it because he didn't think it was any good. Well, that's good, brother. Alhamdulillah for that. All right, any other questions inside there?
Yeah, let me get this one on YouTube first. Sister said, if the local imams are third imams, should the sisters wait for a wali when it's the proper time?
Okay, I want you sisters to understand marriage is a serious thing. We have to take marriage seriously. If a woman doesn't have a guardian, she can't get married. And the guardian doesn't have to be the imam. You know, if you got any sisters who you are close to and their husbands, maybe their husbands would like to be a guardian for you, they can do that. So, you know, or if you don't have any Muslim friends who can be guardians for you, find a masjid. Find a masjid that does have a good imam. You know, the earth is spacious. As Allah tells us in the Quran, my earth is spacious. We can go out and find other communities that do have decent imams that can be a guardian for you. But like I said, it doesn't have to necessarily be the imam. It could be your friend's husband or something like that too. And Allah knows best. Y'all, does that clear? Does that make sense to the sisters? Does that make sense to them?
Yes. And the next question here says, what do you do when your child isn't interested in Islam? My 14-year-old explained to me that she is interested in Christianity and doesn't feel Islam for her for many reasons. Despite my extreme disappointment, I know I've always done everything to keep her upon what is correct. I support her finding her own path, just like I did, and may do it that she'll eventually return. I really don't know what direction to take though. Should I encourage her exploration of Christianity, as in learning about the Bible, etc.? I'm confused on how to support her while also upholding my own belief.
Okay, this is the problem. Like I said, we have blurred the lines. First of all, again, we living in a Western society. We have lost our Muslim identity. What type of parent you're going to give your children the freedom to explore? That's why you're in the situation that you're in. 9 times out of 10, when your daughter was in her years of nurturing, before puberty, you probably allowed her to explore having relationships with non-Muslim kids. You let her play with non-Muslim kids. You let her attend the non-Muslim schools. You let her spend the night over Kafirs' houses. So now she's adapted their ideology. She's adapted their lifestyle. She's adapted their identity. When what you should have been doing was exposing her to Islam. You should have been doing wala wal bara, distancing her away from the non-Muslim kids, distancing her away from non-Muslim schools, distancing her away from this American culture. You didn't do that. So now she's puberty. You never put the Islamic identity in her. You didn't raise her the way you should have. It's your fault as a parent. I'm just going to be honest. You failed your daughter. And a lot of us parents don't understand. We're held accountable. You sisters are held accountable for your children. Allah is going to ask you when the angels pull your soul, why did you fail your daughter? Why didn't you raise her upon La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah? Why did you allow her to intermingle with the non-Muslims? Why did you allow her to become of their culture? Why did you allow her to explore? Are you going to let her explore homosexuality too? Because that's what the Kafirs do. You know, they also bisexual now. Everybody's bisexual. Everybody has sex with everybody. Male, female, and they going to throw the animals in too. You gave your daughter all this freedom to make her own choices. You gave her all this freedom to make her own decisions. You put out her fitra. You extinguished her fitra. Allah is holding you accountable for that. You're held accountable for that. You know, do you allow her to explore? No. You need to try to call her and yourself back to Allah. You need to do everything in your power to try to convince her to stay upon Siratul Mustaqim. You failed her though, because now she's going to make her own decision whether you like it or not. But realize that the blame is going to be on you. But no, you don't support her in that crap. You try to pull her to the mosque. You try to get her to talk to Muslims, Muslim women of knowledge, Muslim women who can try to clean up the mess that you made. You do everything in your power to try to save her soul from the hellfire. You don't let her go out and then find out the hard way. Does that make sense? And Allah knows best. Does that answer the question? See how we Muslims have failed. We blurred the lines and we failed ourselves. We failed our children. And now we get living with the consequences. You guys have to excuse me. I haven't eaten all day and I'm so hungry. Does that make sense? You sisters, does that make sense?
Yeah, that was perfect. It's from the group that I told you about, so I'm going to make this a short and post it right in the group.
Mm-hmm.
The next question is, can a Muslim put down their animal if they are sick and in pain and they can't afford the medicine, or does that go against Islam?
Okay. If the only time we can put an animal down is if the animal is down. Y'all understand what I mean? Like with my cat, Sammy, may he be an intercessor for me. I mean, when my cat, Sammy, died, when I took him to the vet, she said, ain't no hope. Ain't nothing you can do. She said, if I gave him medicine, he ain't gonna make it because he's old. He's in the human years. Sammy was 97 years old. She said his body is over. He ain't gonna make it. She said the best thing to do for Sammy is take him out of his misery. I'm gonna give him something to relax him. She said, but I can tell you, once I relax him to take the pain away, he probably gonna die because he's knocking on death's door. So that's different. But now if you got a cat, like say before Sammy was old, he got sick, and there is medicine they can give him that'll help make him better. But you can't afford it, because I know how expensive it is with cats, because I'm the cat woman. That's my kunya, Hurera. Then what you do is let him go. Because let him have better chances of survival rather than just putting him down, because putting him down is killing him. We don't commit murder. You know what I'm saying? If he has a living chance, then let him, maybe somebody can adopt him that can care for him, or you let him loose where he can try to survive. Okay, but just put him down because you can't afford to take care of him. No, we don't do that. That's murder. That's murder. Does that make sense to you? But if he's got a sickness that the medicine ain't gonna do nothing for, ain't gonna determine nothing, like my Sammy, he died old age. Well, his kidneys failed him and his liver failed him, but they said ain't nothing you can do. I'm gonna give him a sedative to make him relax because he's in pain. And as soon as she gave him the shot, he looked at me and he died. He couldn't handle it. He was done. That's different. You understand the answer? You understand it?
Yeah, it makes sense. And our next question is, each prayer has a time frame that it ends before the other prayer comes in, but what time does Fajr end? When the sun rises?
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said every prayer ends at the beginning of the next, except for Fajr. Fajr ends at sunrise. So you have from dawn till sunrise to perform Fajr. Fajr does not end at Dhuhr, but all the other prayers end at the beginning of the next. And Allah knows best.
The next question is, if I want to wear pins of Congo and the other Muslim countries that are suffering on my grad robe to show solidarity and raise awareness, does that go against our morality as Muslims?
Like I told you guys, the best way to practice this deen is the way the Prophet and the companions did. The Prophet Muhammad and his companions didn't walk around wearing flags of different tribes that were suffering. They didn't have they didn't wear the flag of the Hashim tribe. They didn't wear the flag of the Aus tribe. They didn't walk around doing that. This is again imitating Kafirs. Remember, we are Muslims. Our identity is distinct. Why are you Muslims trying to be like the Kafirs? Why do y'all think that y'all got to do what they do? That's why they're going to hell, because they ain't got no sense. And now you Muslims are going to follow them there because you are refusing to follow the guidelines set by Allah. There's Muslims suffering all over the world, right here in America. Right here in America, we got Muslims suffering. Right there in Canada, there are Muslims suffering. There's Muslims suffering all over Europe. There's Muslims suffering in Australia. There's Muslims suffering in Africa. There's Muslims suffering in Pakistan, in India, China. There's Muslims suffering in Malaysia. So what are you going to do? Are you going to walk around with the world globe stitched all over your body? That's not Islam. That's ignorance. Why don't you Muslims keep the identity of a Muslim? We don't do that stuff. Our allegiance is to Allah, to the Prophet, to the religion, and all Muslims in the world. And I don't have to strap a flag on me to show that my allegiance is to you. How do we prove our allegiance? By turning to Allah and making dua. What is it that separates the way we worship from everybody else? What is it that separates our celebrations from everyone else's? Our celebrations entail turning to Allah, talking to Him. Because we know nothing is happening on this planet unless Allah willed it to happen. And we don't protest against the decree of Allah. Only an unbeliever does that. The unbelievers protest. The Prophet Muhammad didn't protest. The companions didn't protest. They fought battles from the beginning to the end of their lives. They didn't protest because they were intelligent to know that if they were protesting against the law. Who's going to be that stupid but you Muslims today? So why don't y'all take y'all flags? Why don't y'all take y'all countries and shove them down the toilet? And instead, raise your hands. Bow your head and call upon Allah. You people, this is ridiculous. Y'all getting more and more stupid each day. And y'all think Allah gonna stop it? I'm here to let y'all know as a daya is getting ready, the reaction that all of you Muslims around the world are taking, which is total contradiction to the principles of Islam. You guys have just signed the bill for the war against Islam. So what y'all gonna do when the bombs start going everywhere? Y'all gonna apostate? Y'all gonna kill yourselves? Because Allah ain't stopping. And y'all deserve everything y'all getting. Everybody. All right. I hope I answered the question.
The next question is, for one who has lost their voice in the Salat while we pray, when we must do the prayers out loud, is moving the lips sufficient because they will serve as witness on the day of judgment?
That's what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. We don't yell out loud anyway. Prayer is between you and Allah, not between you and the man next to you. The Prophet said, whenever you remember Allah, move your tongue. And that's all we should do, is move your tongue. Nobody else should hear you. Just move your tongue. And Allah knows best. Good job. Next question.
Can you warn a Muslim sister from a brother who is known in the community for marrying women without a guardian present and keeping it a secret from others in the community? Or do you just sit back because it is none of our business? They didn't ask.
You warn, yes, we can warn, but it's the way you go about it. First of all, you got to have proof. Okay, and you don't go to her, you go to her guardian. Everything we do is through the guardian, guys. You don't take it upon yourself to do nothing. Everything is done through the guardian. If you got some information that she needs to know about, you make an appointment with her guardian. And you better have your witnesses, your evidence, your proof. Otherwise, you're a scandal monger. And Allah knows best. Remember, Islam is justice. The companions didn't make allegations without proof. You got to have proof, sisters. And you have to follow the proper procedure. Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Is that all of them?
She said she doesn't have any guardian.
What? So wait a minute. What did she say? What? Repeat that.
She has no guardian.
Well, who the heck is this woman? There is no marriage without a guardian. How you marrying somebody? You can't get married. You're a sinful woman. You get ready to bust hell wide open. You women better follow the religion. What is wrong with y'all? You can't marry yourself in Islam. Where's your guardian? If you ain't got a guardian, you shouldn't even be talking about marriage. This is another example. We done blurred the lines. You're no different than the non-Muslim women. You just like not Nicki Minaj, getting ready to get laid and paid. There's no marriage without a guardian. If you ain't got a guardian, then you can't even think about marriage. Okay? Yeah, we got to be careful, man. We doing some serious sins here as Muslims. We don't know our religion. We've blurred the lines too much. We busting hell wide open. And that's why Allah is sending all this strife to us. That's punishment, not as a blessing. It's punishment. How you gonna go get married when you ain't got no guardian? That's not Islam. What is that? That's Kafirism.
She said she's a new Muslim and just wanted to warn the sisters of the brothers, that's all.
Wait a minute, what?
She's a new Muslim and just wants to warn the sisters of the brothers, that's it. The brother is known for coming on to the new Muslims.
Okay, well, who are you? Lord, it gets better. Hold on. Y'all got me choking. I can't eat and do this. Wait a minute. First of all, the simple fact that you are a new Muslim. Number one, when it comes to enjoining the good and forbidding the evil, there are certain conditions and certain criteria that we have to abide by. Number one, before you warn anyone, you have to look at yourself and the relationship you have with the people you getting ready to warn. You are a new shahada. So that means ain't nobody gonna listen to you. That means you are a new shahada. Don't nobody know nothing about you. That means you are a new shahada. Why should anybody give you the time of day about another person's reputation? Because that's what you're doing. You're getting ready to challenge another Muslim's reputation. Will the people listen to you? No, they'll probably look at her, you like, who the heck she thinks she is? So I would suggest, sister, since you're a new shahada, instead of you thinking about marriage, because it's, a lot of us come into Islam with a lot of dunya in us still, a lot of jahiliyyah, pre-Islam in us. Instead of you worrying about somebody marrying somebody, why don't you focus on learning how to pray, learning how to practice your religion, and how to better your relationship with Allah? Those sisters in the Masjid probably know better than you. They probably know more than you. So why do you feel the need to talk to anybody about anything? Why don't you focus on yourself? Because you will probably end up causing more harm for yourself than any good. But now if you are a new Muslim and you know somebody is getting ready to get married, and you do know that this brother got something like AIDS or something, then yes, you can approach not the woman, you approach her guardian. If the woman has no guardian, she can't get married. If the woman is having a relationship with a man and she has no guardian, the woman's a sinful woman too. And water seeks its own level. What, you know, like Allah says in the Quran, righteous women are for righteous men. Irrighteous men are for irrighteous women. So now if a sister is having a relationship with a man and she ain't married, she ain't got no guardian, then evidently water has sought its own level. And what I would do if I were you is concern myself with me and make sure I don't end up like her, carrying on a relationship with a man when I ain't married and I ain't got no guardian. You understand what I'm saying? And Allah knows best. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, the question was basically the person wanting to warn the new Muslim, Sister Laila. Is the new Muslim, the girl is a new Muslim.
Well, Family said the opposite. She got it backwards, huh?
Yeah, I cleaned it up.
Okay, now you asked the question.
Okay, so the girl is a new Muslim. And the other people was wanting to warn the girl of the brother because what the brother is known.
Wait a minute, this new Muslim, does she have a guardian?
No, she doesn't.
Well, we back to square one. I don't care. What is this new Muslim woman's getting ready to marry a man, you saying, and she ain't even got a guardian?
No, she doesn't. She's not intentionally wanting to marry him. It's just that these brothers just come up to women and that's new and always want to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's some kind of conversation. So basically, the question is, should a person warn?
You asked. Okay, that's different. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, you know you can do that. For any of the new sisters that come in the mosque, there should be a committee of women to lead her and give her dawah anyway. And that's one of the things you tell the new sisters: be careful of these brothers, because these brothers will prey on you because you're new and don't know the rules. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Speaking in general, you know, not singling out brothers, but just telling the new sisters how it goes. Don't allow the brothers to come up in your face, trying to get in your pants and all that. Yeah, you can do that. But y'all thought y'all meant here's a sister getting ready to get married to somebody. They ain't even got a guardian. Yeah, there should be a committee to handle that type of stuff for the sisters. Brother Malik, what's your question? Brother Malik, you need to start typing. Type your question, Malik.
Okay, for this one, this is going back to the first question about the divorce and the kids and stuff. So the sister said, wouldn't I be playing a mother figure since I'm with the father all the time?
You know, these LDS people converting to Islam. Sister, didn't we tell you that the father don't get that kid? Didn't you hear me and Sheikh Morsy, Sheikh Dremali tell you that the children stay with their mama, not their daddy? We are not LDS people. We're not Mormons. In Islam, the children stay with their mother. They don't go to you. You can't take nobody's baby, girl. You ain't nobody's mama except whoever came out of you. Ask her, does she understand? What makes her think that in this, I done told her the man don't get nobody's, that child stays with its mother. The child stays with the mama. We don't do that. This ain't LDS. Ask her, does she understand? Why do she keep thinking she gonna take somebody's baby? Why do you want somebody's baby? Ask her, is the question she can't have no kids or something? What makes her think that she can take somebody's baby? Why would she want to take some woman's baby? Girl. I mean, maybe I misunderstand her question. Tell her, is that what makes her think that she getting a husband? What they got to do with her? You are not that kid's mama. And even if your husband did see the child, you treat the child nicely. But it's not your child still. When a child comes to spend time with his father, you're a stepmother. You cook dinner, play with the baby, hold the baby, talk to the baby. But you are not that child's mother. And you cannot take that child away from its mother. Do you understand? Sister, do you understand? You cannot take no woman's child from her. Not in Islam. I don't know what y'all do in LDS Mormon country, but this ain't Mormon country. Somebody gonna hurt you about their baby. I don't understand. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe I misunderstand.
He said, I understand, but I just figured I will play a huge role in the child's life since I am married to the father.
You will, but your role, you will never replace that child's mother. You will play a huge role, but you will not knock that child's mama out of her role. Do you understand? Any decisions regarding that child will be made by the father and its mother, not you. The role that you play is you will comply with whatever they agree upon. Do you understand? But you are not a sister wife, sister mama. You don't make the decisions. Y'all watch that show. These Mormon women, they make decisions together. Oh, heck no. That ain't Islam. You don't make no decisions concerning another woman's child. You just comply with whatever decisions the father and mother made together. Do you get it? But we don't sit down and hold no shura as sister wives and determine what is the child going to go to college, or are we going to do this with the kid? Are we going to do that with him? Or no, that's none of your business. We don't do that. Don't blur Islam with Mormonism. You have nothing to do with their decision making. You just the stepmama. You understand? Does she understand now?
He said, thank you.
You can ask, you can give suggestions. You can tell your husband, for example, you can say to your husband, I think you should it ain't my business because I don't have the last word, but I think it would be nice if you put the kids in Muslim school or homeschool them. But that's all you can do is make suggestions. But you do not make the decisions with another woman's child, another woman and her husband's child, because you ain't held accountable for that child. That mother and that father is. You understand? You can make suggestions, but not decisions. The final decision is the mama and the daddy, not you. It's weird. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? I hope she understands. I hope I'm trying to make it clear for her. Does she understand, family? Tell her she can make the suggestions, but not the decisions.
Yeah, she says she understands.
Okay. And to ask her, tell her, may Allah make it easy for you, sister. It's good to have a stepmother like you who's got that concern, but just don't transgress the limits. Boundaries. Islam is all about boundaries. You don't want to make some other woman mad because you can't replace that mama. Boundaries. Yeah. I've had stepchildren. I got a whole bunch of them. I got a mahram right now who's traveling all over the world, and I wished I could be with him in the mountains. But I could, it's good to be a stepmama, but they're not, you're not the mama. Yeah. Any other questions? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Malik's question was, if you want to go to the masjid, but your mom or uncle said no, do you have to listen to them?
Oh, we already answered that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. And then his other question was, what entertainment should you give a baby that isn't your baby if you're babysitting?
It depends how old is the child, Brother Malik. How old is the child? Children can, if you're going to have the kids watch TV, you need to watch it with them. Have them watch Muslim shows. We have a lot of Muslim TV shows on YouTube now for kids. They got nursery rhymes and everything. Whatever you do with the kids, make sure it's within the guidelines of Islam. Okay? Yeah, any other questions there? Oh, he's a baby. Girl, you can play with him. Let him listen to nursery rhymes. There's exceptions in Islam with children, guys. The kids can listen to nursery rhymes. They can watch cartoons and all that type of stuff with them and play with them. They like to be played with and held. Take them to the park. Just don't let them out your sight. Keep the kids in your sight. Don't let them out of your sight. Okay? Yes. What answer did he give you? Yes, like he said, there's no obedience. Let me repeat this too. I'm sorry, guys. I had to eat. I was so weak because I hadn't eaten yesterday. I didn't eat yesterday, and I just didn't eat today. I had to get something in my stomach because I was feeling real queasy. That's why I was so happy Dremali came in, because I was feeling so weak. Like Dremali said, brother, there's no obedience to the creation over the creator. Going to the mosque is an obligation for every Muslim adult male. So, Brother Malik, how old are you? That's what I need to know first. How old are you? Because you got to remember, we in America. How old are you, Brother Malik? Okay. This is the problem. Living in the Western country. In America, children are considered minors until they reach the age of 18. Being that they are minors, they have to obey their parents. And then we can't advise minors. That's against the law. Okay? But to answer the question, in Islam, there's no obedience to the creation over the creator. If your parents were trying to stop you, or anyone was trying to stop you, an adult Muslim man, from going to the Masjid, you don't have to listen to them, because going to the Masjid is an obligation upon every adult Muslim male. And I can say that without getting in trouble in America, because I said adult. Whatever the age of adulthood is in your state, licensed paralegal here. Whatever the adult age in the state that you live in America, Laila's covered. All right, so, you know, in Islam teaches us that going to the mosque to perform your prayers is an obligation upon every adult Muslim male. So if you were an adult Muslim male, then this is the time that you could refuse your parents and say, I know I love you for the sake of Allah, but you raised me to be a good Muslim. You raised me to be a good person. And because of the way you raised me, I understand that praying at the mosque is an obligation upon me. So in this case, I'm going to have to go to the mosque to pray, because you raised me to put my Lord first. Okay, so you can tell them that in a nice way, because there's no obedience to the creation over the creator. And Allah knows best. Now, if you were living in a Muslim country, the laws are different. But in America, whatever the age of adulthood is, it goes hand in hand with the hadith. Because the hadith says adult Muslim male. So whatever the age of adulthood is in your state. Yeah. And Allah knows best. Everybody understand that answer? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, really? Sister Wafat said the color is back on my face. You can tell I was, yeah. You see the color back on my face, y'all? I feel better because I ate something. That's the first thing I've eaten in 2 days. And what, you know what it was? Taco, what is it called? Nacho El Grande. Taco Bell. It was Nachos Bell Grande. I feel better. Yeah, I'm not as sick feeling. And I got a burrito. Look. Y'all got burritos in the Emirates? Burrito Supreme. I'll eat that later. Can't eat it now because I feel sick from eating. A burrito Supreme. I can eat stuff like that without getting sick because it's healthy. Yeah, it's healthy food. Healthful. Yeah, any other questions? Tomorrow, guys, is Saturday. So what does that mean? That means that we have Dr. Asim. And what's the lesson? Tomorrow, we have Dr. Asim at 4 p.m. And remember, he's continuing the same topic that we had last week. that you guys should do better with. Y'all remember the topic? Self-reflection and recognizing what weaknesses you need to work on. What is causing you to have those weaknesses and what you can do to change it. That's tomorrow with Dr. Asim at 4. And then tomorrow you have my class at 6. And also we have my class on the imitations, prohibited imitations. That's going to be tomorrow at 9. Okay. Any other questions? Yeah, that's on Sunday. Mukhtar's class is on Sunday, inshallah. Yeah, and Brother Hanif did his class last week, so that means he doesn't do it this week. His is every other week. Yes, and I will put the schedule out again. Yes. Alhamdulillah. Okay, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating in this Q&A session. I think go ahead, Brother Malik. He's got another question. Go ahead. Always, I'll wait for the kids. Go ahead. Whew. I feel so much better. Yeah, I had to eat something. This is my little burrito. I'll say that burrito for later. Yeah, that's all part of the series we're doing on the signs of the last hour. Yes, we're going to be covering that in our class. And the signs of the last hour, yeah, everything is on video already. I did the second session was yesterday. So every Monday and Wednesday, no, it's Wednesday. Every Monday and Wednesday at 9 o'clock is the signs of the last hour. And I will be taking you guys through all the signs from beginning to end. So make sure you guys are here every Monday and Wednesday for the signs of the last hour. One of my cats. Jayla? Or is that somebody at my door? Jayla? Jayla! I think it's my granddaughter. Okay, yeah, so that's every Monday and Wednesday. The signs of the last hour. And you can go to the YouTube channel and click on the playlist, Brother Malik. The playlist that says signs of the last hour, and you can listen to the ones I just did last week. They're right there in the playlist that says signs of the last hour. Yeah. Okay, I want to thank everybody for joining and participating in this session of the Call In and Ask Sister Laila live show. I'm so glad that Sheikh Morsy answered that question for the brothers that are in the penitentiary. And also, I'm so happy that Dremali came in and saved me because I was weak. I needed something to eat because I was about to pass out. I think he knew it. That's why he came in. Got a handsome son too, don't he? Y'all see that, bro? Woo! Laila had to lower her gaze. Did you see that, Geechee? You got a handsome son. Them Dremali men, they fine. Girl. Young blood. All right, Laila got to get up and make Salat. The old young brother came in here. Oh, yeah. Amy said she saw it. That brother looked good. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, he looked more Egyptian. You know, Dremali is half Egyptian, guys. Yeah, he's half Palestinian and half Egyptian. His sons look Egyptian, man. They walk like an Egyptian. Woo, woo. Laila had to lower her gaze on that one. All right, so let me get out of here. The old ladies in here laughing too. Yeah, y'all know it. Anissa, you had to lower your gaze too, didn't you? Girl, yeah. SubhanAllah. All right, guys. Anissa, did you see him?
I fell asleep. I'm sorry.
Girl.
I know what he looks like. I've seen him before.
Girl, he tall, dark, and handsome.
Yes, he is.
Tall, dark, and handsome. Look like an Egyptian. Walk like the Egyptian. All right, guys. Subhanakala huma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.